Hi everybody, Derek Ritter here from Ritterkrieg, and today we are going to meet the one and only Sebi from Advancing Fire, and he's going to be discussing brand new module Orsogna, describing what's going on with it, and everything to do with Advancing Fire. So glad you could be here to watch, and thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we are here with Sebi from Advancing Fire. Say hello.
Hello, hello, hello,
All right.
hello,
So
Derek.
been
Pleased to
meaning,
meet you.
pleased to meet you. Been meaning to do this for a while. So glad we can do this. Okay. So first, let's talk about you. You're in Italy, obviously. So where do you live?
Yeah.
And
I live in Roma,
oh,
Rome, the capital.
I've heard of that.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. I was born here. I always lived here, and because I like to make trips, but not so much. I like when I do, but normally I'm an at-home man. I don't like to trip so much. Yes. So anyway, I live in Rome. I always lived here. I love my town,
Uh,
and that's all.
it's
Yes.
it's a beautiful town. I'll tell you, the scooters scared the hell out of me,
Yes.
but
Yes.
it's a beautiful town. So when did you start playing ASL?
Yeah. Allora, I bought a cell when I was young, when it exited, in 1985, and was 19 years old in 1985.
Wow.
And then because we have to know that I always have been fascinated by military events, World War II. My father transmitted this. I am a boomer, like many boomers. I am an enthusiast for the World War II, no? Because our fathers all fought World War II, or all were teen during the World War II, no?
Yep.
So they transmitted us when we were a teen. They transmitted us this passion. Okay. So when I was a child, and until I was a teen, so until 15, 16 years old, I was a maniac of all the information around the World War II, and I have all the books. I collect obviously plastic models, paint, everything, no? And I have also a lot of friends of mine that has the same hobbies, the same passions. Okay. Um, we played a lot war games by Evan O'Neill, obviously.
Yeah.
But when I was 19, it was already a moment of changing for my life. For example, I didn't attend the same people than before, than 2, 3 years before, and I'm starting to make different things from compared to that. For example, I play music a lot in that period, and I play music a lot in my life. Sorry, and that is in conflict with now with the fact to stay on the board game on the table to
Yeah.
play, and I attend different people fundamentally. So what can I say? Um, but anyway, I maintain a little part of myself that want to stay connected with that. So I bought the modules
Yeah.
until the ASL modules until Hollow Legend when I had that exit in the 1989. I see, so I had 23 years old. But after that, I didn't buy anything, and I didn't play anything until 7 years ago. Okay,
I think a lot of people did that. They
because
took
I
a
make
hiatus.
totally different things.
Yep.
Yeah?
I think a lot of people did
Okay.
that. They took 20 years off and now they come back
Exactly.
to it.
Exactly. I met a lot of people in this that makes this kind of path, in the. Okay, so for that I can say that I begin to play as an, but not only to have to read, but also to play 7, 8 years ago. when I found myself in a new phase of my life, separated, divorced, in another house and all. So I don't know what to do. I discovered in the cellar of my family apartment, the boxes of ASL,
Yeah.
and I say, okay, what this could be something that I can do in my to pass the time, to have maybe a good time. And so I searched on the web what we have. I found VSL, I found the Italian community, and so and then I begin to learn very fast, cioè, because I really wish, I really desire to learn that, because it's something that I feel, not as many people, as you said before, correctly, I feel that, okay, there is something that I didn't do then. Now I have the time to learn. Why not? I learn seriously
Yeah.
the game, okay?
Do you have
Because
a?
yeah,
Oh, I was going to ask if you have a gaming
no,
group
because
in Rome.
and in Rome there is a gaming group, but don't attend this group,
Okay.
because and also this is not a group so active. They meet sometimes before they meet I don't know, one time per month, something like that. Now I see, because I am inside the WhatsApp chat of this group, so I see the activity. There is no activity now, so they don't play. I think because they lost the space where they meet each other. They don't have anymore a reference place where they can play. So, and obviously they don't make a lot of efforts to find another one. So it is not active in a
Yeah.
word. Yes, that is. But I play a lot on VSL. Fundamentally, I play quite only on VSL.
Do you ever go to
I can say
tournaments?
you that the first
Oh, sorry, didn't mean
I
to
attended
interrupt.
tournament. No, no, just to say that my first complete face-to-face game was this summer.
Ah, wow,
I
wow.
always play in best. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I always play in Basel because I don't move myself so easily,
Yeah.
and also for that, and also because there is not so many players in Rome. Also, they are lazy as me. The group is not active and everything. Okay, and no, the other question was tournaments. Tournaments obviously only online. So I make every year Basel League.
Okay.
That is one of the main tournament
Yeah.
on Basel. And then I also made many tournaments of Carlo Guerra organized the theme. He organized. No, I don't know why he doesn't do it currently, but in the past he organized some tournament with the team. For example, desert scenarios, night scenarios, tournament based on the team. And I always, no, always I attend um, 3 times, 4 times to that kind of tournaments. And also I made and make also currently Italian tournament always on Basel.
Okay.
That is what I do.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Now, the types of scenarios. How much of your time is spent playtesting for Advancing Fire, and do you get to play fun
It depends.
scenarios? Yeah.
Depends. Yes, it depends on the phase. If I am close to the release, basically only playtest and a lot.
Yeah.
Just something like it's like a work more or less. So every time, every day, from the morning to the late night. And so
Yeah.
I play test a lot. When I'm not close to release, I like to play. I have fun, to play fun scenario, to make tournaments. That's the online tournaments, and I normally prefer to play scenarios in theater, in one war theater, that are the same or very similar to the project I have in mind. So, for
Okay.
example, if I want to make a Hungary, I search for a Hungarian scenario on the same subject, just to see how other designers treated, worked with that kind of subject, as SSR, CHR rules, use of which units they prefer
Yeah.
to use, for example, which kind of German squads or which mainly mostly for the special use for the terrain and for the choices the choices on the order of battles or something like that. Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So,
But I'm open to play. I like a lot to play the game, and so if I have the time, I'm sure available for a game quite
excellent.
always.
Maybe we should play.
Yeah,
I'd love to play you online. So let's talk about
yeah, yeah,
Advancing
yeah,
Fire. Advancing Fire. So you
yeah.
are the owner of Advancing Fire?
I am the owner, and not nominally the owner is my daughter now, but
Okay.
anyway,
She's doing a
yes,
great
yeah,
job.
legally,
Oh,
but yes, yes. But anyway, yes, I am in the center. Obviously, as much as I normally say it in the plural, but many things are made by me fundamentally. But anyway, I like to say it in plural because I always try to enlarge the team. No, actually, I am a designer of the scenario researcher, of the history, and graphic designer. But for example, now there is also another designer graphics only for the human figures, but they are very important because the human figures are the basis of the counters and of many of the image of advancing fire because the counters are I think I consider it good. Some are yes. No, no. I say so. For example, because I'm not so able to make the figures, and but I also work on that. But 80% of that work is made by this. Is cartoonist. He's a very is very specialized his specialty is to draw human figures, no, in his way as a cartoonist.
so how many
And
people are in Advancing Fire?
and then
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
allora, it depends how, it depends what we want to consider to be I work and share my works with for sure 3 4 people, but they are not work in. They are workers that give they contribute. They a lot. These graphics I said this man this cartoonist for the graphics and also for the design of some parts like cover of the games, other ideas. Then I have a couple of players. They are my reference to make to share everything concerned to, for example, to new rules, for example, or to how I am interpreting a particular subject, for example. No, I don't know. If I have a doubt, I have two, 3 people with which I refer and I share this kind of information. One of these I have to mention is, for example, Ulrich Svela. Ulrich Svela is a Finnish man that lives in UK, a very good as a player. The UK community knows him very well, and but he was born in Rome, in Italy, because his father was a diplomatic
Diplomat.
man here
Yeah.
in Rome when he was young. So he was in Rome, and he was born in Rome and stayed here until 18 years old. So the first 18 years of his life is in Rome. So he's also half Italian,
Yeah.
no? He speaks Italian, but he's also very good. He is also an Englishman because he lives there for another 30 years, so he is also half an Englishman, also, also and so he is absolutely the reference for me. But there are also other people. It depends. Anyway, the, the most important part of the work is made for me. Actually, currently, I'd like to enlarge this team, but it depends from the budget,
Yeah.
and it depends not only from the budget. It depends from the. I don't want to make a company that say, okay, now I take these people and I want that the people come to me and say, okay, let's cooperate,
Yeah.
let's find, because
Sure.
I have the passion to make this. Because for me, the basis should be always the passion. If you have the passion to make something, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
If I have to make, I don't know, because I want to get some money, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not the same.
Yeah.
Because
It shows exactly.
okay, that is yeah, that's fine. It's small, but it wishes to be bigger.
Yeah,
With the passion.
we have an expression in English, and it's called a labor of love. And just real quick, what year did Advancing Fire start? What was the first year? And then maybe you tell us
First
about the
year
products you had already.
Which is the first year in which we
Yeah.
produced.
Yeah.
That was the year of Brevity Assault and Piazza Ridge.
Yeah.
When we released those two games, that was the beginning.
Yeah. What year was that in?
So, for example, in the, what happens? I learned the game. I learned the game. Then I also make good friends in Italian as a community. And there I said to some people, I'd like to make something because I like to make, because I appreciate as a simulation system that can be used to simulate military events, not only as a game system, because many of the designers have a look mostly on the game side of the gaming side. It is fun, it is not fun. For me, it's the most important thing is that it is well representative of the military fact, of military event. Okay, so when I said to these people I want to make this, they said me, okay, let's try, go, let's see what you can do. I have the idea of the mixture of ASL and operational with Brevity, because in Brevity you have the operational map, then you meet the units, and then you have the fighting, the scenarios, and that I like that. I think also even today that it is an idea applicable only to the desert, because the problem is that in the desert you may easily create random meeting engagement between two nodes of the map, on an operational map. And in any other environment, you may not do that, because there is I don't know, the group of buildings, there is the hill or the valley, something that makes peculiar, unique, the environments. In the desert, since it is mainly a flat plain, with anything that's some bush brush, here and then and there. So you may do something randomly generated, with, for example, the desert map, also with the geoboards desert, because they are ideal. It's completely plain. And anyway, I make that, and then I make also Piazza Ridge, because it was a tribute to my father, and I was thinking to the fact of the Gela, Sicily. My father was from Sicily, and everything, and that was the first two products. Then I make fundamentally Procoroca, and that was some a game I loved to develop because it was um, I go deep inside, that battle, that world, and for the rest, other things produced the one scenario pack from Enrico Catanzaro, that is
The
the
tournament
tournament
pack.
director pack.
Yep.
Yeah. That is an experience because for the first time we produce something that we don't made at home. Just this. And we want to make other things. Let's see in the future. We like, for sure. We like another important things derived from the passion is the fact that when you love your work, you treat this as a game. Not
Yes.
it is a
Yep.
game also, but anyway, now you have only the wish to make something every morning, so because it's exciting, in some
Yeah.
way. I'm excited to open books, study new situation because I'm able to make the map of everything I read, and to develop my order of battle, makes the things works. So
So,
that is
so before we go to Orsana, I just want to ask one more question about the Brevity
yeah,
Assault system. So, and I'll just, if I could just
yeah,
take a
yeah,
minute to just, for the listeners, they probably already know about it, but just to explain what's going on. So, Brevity Assault, it was a new idea that Sebi came up with, where you had a game probably on the scale of, I don't know, Panzer Blitz or maybe Grand Tactical Series or something, and then you zoom down
yeah,
into ASL. And there were specific maps, and then there were generic, randomly made maps to fight out your battles. So that's what we were talking about. So you could play it on
yeah,
either one, where it's zoomed out, or you could pick a battle and say, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna get into the weeds on this one and fight it out on the real small unit that only ASL
correct.
can do." So, do you have? And this was new to me that you said it really, you think, only lends itself to the desert. So, do you think it's going to take another desert module before you continue in that concept to do another module that has the Brevity Assault
Yes, yes.
system of
I,
zooming
I
out?
love the desert.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, I
yes.
love
I
it
love the
too.
desert. I
Yeah,
like a lot. Yes, but everything is always compared to the tensions the tension the players gives to the theater. No, if the DTO is enough followed, we probably make something new. It is very probable that we'll re-release Brevity Assault with something added. It's more probable this. Uh, we could release Brevity Assault with the Battle Axe, that was another operation, Battle Axe operation campaign game inside, and so all the other battles studied and anything, with a couple probably of historical map inside. For example, we like to make the Fort Capuzzo, that was a fort
yeah,
in Italian fort there, to make the whole map of Fort Capuzzo with taken from the always the eye recon pictures we get, and that may be also another part. And so a couple of two new maps, new campaign, new scenarios, probably a group of counters bigger, two, three sheets probably, and so we think that we will release that, and probably after the Hungary, that will be our next product, and maybe it will exit in bundle with another game we want to do, that is Rome 1943, Rome September 1943. That is a simulation of the battle between German paratroopers and Italian army units that defended the Germans attacked Rome, the Italians defended. And it could be very interesting. And also, I have I don't know, I have a lot of care about this project of Rome because it's my town, and
Sure.
also the location are very near on my suburbs, on my particular side of the town. So I have a big care of this project. So the only problem is that it's not so easy because also the graphics is not easy because it's a town. Rome had since also in 1990 in the 40s had very high buildings with the 4, 5, 6, 8 floors. So, but in that battles they weren't used over the first floor. It wasn't a battle, a typical urban warfare battle. It was something different. They fundamentally basically fought on the roads, not going up into the buildings. But anyway, there are these big buildings I have to draw. It's not so easy, but I love the project, so I will do for sure. Yes.
Wonderful.
And what can I say? So Brevity will exit if we were lucky at the end of the next year, beginning of 2025, at the worst.
Okay,
Yes.
to reprint Brevity. Yeah.
Yeah, reprint Brevity for sure. Piazza less. I think that also Piazza could deserve a reprint, but let's see. We will see. What in Piazza it's more difficult for us to increase map scenarios because I think that we made all the things that have to be made. So I don't think that if we repeat it will be something very similar to the original Piazza, maybe better counters, better material for because the counter there is not weren't so good because we have a partner for the print that is the same of the current partner that is very good. Now we have a very good partner. Also other European producer ask us to print to the same partner.
Yeah, without disparaging Brevity Assault or Piazza Ridge, the quality of Prokhorovka was, just bar down the best quality ASL material I've ever put my hands on. The counters were just second to none. The maps were the thickest I've ever seen. Just beautiful. Yeah.
And this is fundamentally for the new partner we have. That is a very professional.
Yeah.
It's a very good printer partner. It's not a casual. I don't know. It's a lot on the board games. They print board games very well. It is not without doubts. Yeah.
Bravo.
And I'm very glad. Also, Orsogna is made by them, and I know that it will be very good. Maybe also I hope graphically better than Prokhorovka. We can reach the best results now because because in Orsogna you have also the village, you have something. It's more variegate, the terrain. So could be maybe better than Prokhorovka.
Okay, well, that's a high bar, so it's gonna be hard to do that, but I look forward to it. So let's talk about Orsogna. Why Orsogna?
Yeah.
And just tell us a little bit about the battle. I know you have a map handy, so you could maybe show us on Google Maps or something what's going on with the Battle of Orsogna.
Yes.
And tell us why you chose Orsogna.
Let's try this. Yes. Allora, ok, vabbè, let's begin. Allora, Orsogna, why, before the map, just to say a couple of things. I want to make something I want to represent the Italian campaign, because the Italian campaign is something that was felt direct by Italians, by my people, no? Cioè and also my family, the
Sure.
family of other people I know. So it's our experience, no? We Italians experience more the war at home than the war made in Africa or Russia. I don't want to talk about Russia. So fundamentally, it was a very bad experience, and but anyway, it must be narrated, no? So I begin with the Piazza Regio di Sicily, that it is the beginning of the Italian campaign, the Sicily, and then I want to make something that was in the middle of the Italian campaign, in the middle, either for the location and for the period, okay? Because the Italian campaign ended in the northern Italy. Now this is the central Italy. Allora, the central Italy, I want to narrate this. Then I have not so many options. I have Ortona, but Ortona is in developing, is in to work, is in construction, under construction by a team, Michael Rogers and his friends. And then there is Cassino, but Cassino it's a huge project, and also there was also already another module that is Fortress Casino by but it is not perfect. It is not the best things ever made, but I think it's good. And probably to make better than this, it's a very big challenge. And Casino also must be made in a huge map. The village, but also the northern side, the southern side, the Rapido, the Garigliano. So it's a very big project. I don't know if I can afford it. So it is very difficult. And what else? Then Anzio, the third choice. But Anzio is something I can say. It is something very. Allora, first of all, there is a historical ESO map that I don't know if everybody knows it. It is Aprilia the Factory. I don't know if you remember Aprilia the Factory. A bunch of scenarios, and it was an historical ESO work, only online. There is not a print version of this work, but it is very well made. So I think, and it is also the best part of Enzio campaign. So I think that I have something to compare with, and also I think that these things is very well made. So why I have to make another things if there is already some? So it remains Orsogna. Orsogna is a place, a battle that also the Italians don't know. Cioè, it's not so famous in Italy, Orsogna. It's more famous Cassino, Enzio. Ortona less. It's much more a thing that is very known by the Canadians because they fought there, no? But okay. And Orsogna, nobody knows. But that was the reason that makes me work on it, because I read the very nice book Exit here in Italy by an Italian editor, made very well, Orsogna 1943. And another reason that is not so famous, it is because the New Zealanders only fought by the Allies. And in New Zealand is not a great country, big country, no? So it is different if USA or something bigger fought. So there is much more transmission of information. They are New Zealand, they are little, small, so not many people. So, but anyway, it was a very good division in the second New Zealand division. They were very, very good in the desert, and they fought in Orsonia and then in Cassino also. So they fought in situation enough pretty difficult. Okay. So the reason is and obviously I want to represent a battle in the winter or early spring or late autumn, something with the mud, with the struggle of the Allied army because it is the core of the Italian campaign. That situation of the mud, the winter, the I don't know the come si dice, insomma the fluid stream, the stream that flow. So that was a situation that must be represented at the best. So I choose this. Okay, this is Orsogna. Orsogna, why? Then another thing important. I wish to represent German paratroopers. That is another important aspect of Italian campaign. German paratroopers fought a lot in Italy because Italy was the chief was a Luftwaffe general, that was Kesselring. So Italy, the German side, Italy was very connected with the Air Force, German Air Force. Hermann Göring division, the two Fanschjäger division, and a couple also Luftwaffe field division. So many Luftwaffe people here there was. So this is an occasion because we have Fascina German paratroopers in two parts of the Orsogna battle. We have the paratroopers that held the village, and we have the paratroopers that counter-attacked from the north the New Zealanders. So two aspects. One, the paratroopers that held Orsogna was from the first Fanschjäger division, the best. The Fanschjäger that attacked from the north was from the second division, and it was people that were transported from Rome to the Abruzzo, to that location in one day, and they attacked immediately. They go there for make the counterattack. They made a trip of something like 100 kilometers, and the morning after the attack, the night after the attack, so without rest and everything. Okay, with the support of panzers, Flammpanzers. Another thing that it was nice for the battle is that there is enough pretty good variety of German vehicles because we have Italian semovente use a couple of version of Italian semovente used by the German. We have Flammpanzers, a scenario with 5 Flammpanzer. We have Panzer IV. We have some SPW. Not so many, but something are fun for sure. The front parts are fun, also as movement. Yes. And okay, then yes, then I can show the map. Just to say a couple of words. I don't want to be. Let's see if I can. Okay, and can you see?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Piazza Ridge, to give an idea, is here. Is in the southern part of Sicily, southern part, on the bottom part of the Sicilia. Okay. Then just to make a brief history, Sicily was conquered. They come in the peninsula. They make a land in Salerno, that is here, Salerno. Okay. Oops. From Salerno here, and also they make a land in Taranto, that is here, in the other part here. We have Taranto. Okay. Then from these two directions, we have two armies that goes north, of the peninsula. The 8th Army, British the 8th Army on the eastern side. So you can see. You can see Foggia. You can see the on the Adriatic Sea. Termoli. That there were a big battle in Termoli. And then they arrived here, near the point of our interest. That is Orsogna, and that is Ortona. You can see Ortona on the sea and Orsogna in the interior.
So that's about in line with
One.
Casino, maybe a little bit more northeast, but
Casino is here. Casino is here. Let's see. Aspetta. No, telescope. Dov'è il Cassino? Ecco qua, this is Cassino.
maybe down here.
In the
or
center
down
of the
here.
map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Cassino and this is Orsogna. Yes, in the lineup, but between them a lot of very impervious mountains, very difficult to. There is not a. In fact, the Germans, the Gustav line of the Germans, was not a continuous line because they have all these mountains in the middle, no, where they have not to maintain so many troops there because they are impassable, or there are very, very bad roads here, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Vabbè. Anyway, the Americans, the Fifth Army, were stopped here in Cassino, and along. Cassino is. Oops. This is Cassino. Can you see in the center now? Cassino. But you have also, more than Cassino, you have the river, the Liri, Garigliano, Gari, and Rapido River. This is the only river, but it changes the name because it depends from it. This is the main river or the lateral, the side river, the side small river. I don't know. So in this line, the Germans are very, very strong. Cassino, from Cassino, you have this mountain. You can see all these plain, all this valley, Pignataro, Piumarola, all these locations are very well seen from the high Cassino. They can easily bombard, make artillery actions against the Allied here. And also, and then on the south we have the mountains. This line was broken on the mountains anyway by the French colonial troops. Cassino was never conquered by the Allied, not directly, only when the German withdrew. No, okay. Anyway, before Cassino, because we are talking of November 1943. The Eighth Army, the British Eighth Army in Orsogna, but let's turn in Adriatic side. They had the plan. They want to take Rome before the western side of the Allied army. Take Rome from the eastern and not from the south. Allora, Rome is here. Can you see Rome on the left? Here is Rome. Okay. Can you see?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay. Look, the plan was for the British was to come to Pescara. That is a town here. To Pescara. And you see Pescara on the sea, Pescara. And from here take a quite important road that is named Tiburtina. It's an ancient Roman road, but enough well made, that can conduct the Allied armies directly to Rome from the east. Okay? And so the plan was to continue along the sea from the south to the north, and right to this road, and then turn on the left and go to Rome. Okay? But the problem, this was a theoretical plan, no? But not theoretical plan. Anyway, they faced the Germans in this area, appunto, before, along the Sangro River, so Castelfrontano, Lanciano, San Vito Chietino here, disposed on the left the New Zealand, on the center the Indians, and on the right the Canadians. And then they arrived in the road Orsogna, Ortona, as you can see. As you can see, in the beyond this road, there is an area that is the area in the center now of the image that is all this full of stream and gullies, as you see, stream and gullies, and very very impervious and difficult to go mostly with the vehicles. Okay, so to go from here to Pescara to this road that was their target, they have two passages. One along the sea, and so it is why Ortona was important, and the other in interior from Guardiagrele, but you don't take Guardiagrele if you don't hold Orsogna. Because if you want to try to take Guardiagrele, you will have, and Orsogna is in German hands, you will have always an harassing from the on the right flank of your attack. It's quite impossible to attack Guardiagrele. Obviously, you have to see more deeply, more specifically how is the terrain. The terrain is difficult also here, but anyway, Orsogna is like a castle that dominates all the area in the southwest, southeast here. So you have a very big problems to arrive to take Guardiagrele if you don't have Orsogna.
Excellent. So
I
how
don't know if
how
you
big
can understand.
how big is Orsona?
Yeah.
If you were to compare it to another
Orsogna,
town that we know.
Orsogna is not so big. Orsogna could be, so no, I don't remember exactly, but something like 1 kilometer and 1 kilometer and 1 and 2 and 3 wide for 400 meters 8. No, you can see the shape of Orsogna. Yeah. The problem of Orsogna is that fundamentally you have not so much access to enter in the village. You have just from the east now you can see so from the right in this image, but in that you have the road, you have a very steep cliff on the left when you enter, and you have the area on the right that was strongly mined by the Germans. So you have only the road, and this 50 meters, maybe something less than 50 meters of entrance. You need to go there to enter. So the Germans placed machine guns, mortars, little anti-tank gun, but like something like for the calibrated, the 41, the 40 LL in the game, the 28 LL that at close range were very very good. They also versus the Shermans, no?
Yeah, the squeeze
So
guns with the
I think
APCR. Yeah.
yes, and also they have the Panzer Shreks, not the Panzerfaust. From our information, I don't know. For example, the Ortona team, they think that they have Panzerfaust in Ortona. In Orsogna, we are sure that they haven't Panzerfaust. Never Panzerpatrone, cioè the Faust Patrone, the earlier version. So they have no Panzerfaust, but they have the Panzer Shrek. And also they have anti-tank magnetic mines for sure. It is not correct that in ASL German anti-tank magnetic mines are from the 1944. It is historical proof that they were used from the beginning of 1943.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
Anyway.
So how do you?
And,
go ahead. Yeah.
No, nothing.
I was going to ask,
Say, say.
how do you represent this in the game? So how many maps do you have? And the maps, do they cover just the
Allora,
town, or do they cover what do the outskirts, or
no. Yes, allora, the map is oriented in this way because we wanted to have the full village and all the area that comes along this road, that is the Orsogna Ortona road, and that until this position, until here. So we have all the village. It is divided in 4 maps, three of the same, in the same dimension. One is a bit larger, and because we have all the terrain involved in the battle. Fundamentally, the New Zealand makes 4 attempts to take Orsogna, one directly, and they were repulsed. Then the second one, they try to come onto the road in the Orsogna Orton road from. It's a shame that I cannot. You don't see my pointer. Anyway, they try to come on the road from a path that comes parallel to the road that they enter from the eastern side in Orsogna. And this operation was made by the Maori battalion. That was a bit the elite battalion there. So anyway, the proud, so the battalion which more courageous, we can say, people inside, and what else? And then from there they try to make one attempt to make say coordinated attacks. One battalion try again from the eastern road to Orsogna directly, and the Maori try to go in the back of the village, so in the area where you see here SS 538. There it was the target of the Maori, we can say. That from the cemetery, that is important area here, in the center, they come from to the back. Anyway, there were other 2 operations beyond these 2. And in one, the designer tried to bring a big infantry force along the road. They were counterattacked. They try again because the designers, after a couple of attempts, they understand that they have to encircle Orsogna, not to take directly. Take directly, it was impossible. But if you encircle the Germans inside, they will exit and surrender probably. That was the plan of the 3rd and 4th operation. But anyway, it was without results because the Germans held the village and after a while, in January 1944, the entire 8th Army renounced to their plan, and all the concentration went to the western side, to Cassino and to that area. Okay, this is the last attempt to realize this plan, to take Rome from the east. And since the Germans held Orsogna, that plan was a failure.
so they tried 4 times?
So
They tried
sorry?
4 times and they did not succeed. They tried 4 times at Cassino as well, and on the last time,
Yeah.
the Germans withdrew. So, so can you tell us a little bit about the strength and weakness of both sides? So, what's in the Germans' favor? Obviously, the defense. What else?
Yeah,
And what's the hardest thing for the Germans? And what's the advantage for the American, or the New Zealanders? And what's the disadvantage? What makes it very hard for the New Zealanders?
Okay, well, let's see. For the Germans, the advantage was the terrain, absolutely, because the question is that you as a New Zealander may enter in the Orsogna in this 50 meters passage, narrow passage in the eastern side. That is quite impossible. And also, if you are on the road, they succeed to be on the road with a lot of infantry. Anyway, they were targeted from the west side. You see the road. You see all these stream on the right left side of this map. No, these stream are all places where the Germans conceal their ordnance or their machine
Artillery.
gun
Yeah.
and continuously fire to the New Zealanders. So, and also in New Zealand, it is not like today that we have the drones. They don't know where the Germans were, and they also frequently every night changes their location, the Germans. So it was a continuous problem of harassing and of insomma, disturbing, were continually disturbed in their action. It was impossible to make a clear breakthrough, you know. It's something like, no, so it's a swamp, you can say, no, it's like a swamp.
Quagmire.
Very
Quagmire.
difficult.
Yeah.
Swampy situation, yeah.
Yeah.
And so the terrain is very important. Other things you can say about the Germans is that we're gonna say, vabbè, maybe the paratroopers not only the paratroopers, all the units that fought inside the village, because before the paratroopers there were the recon unit of the 26th Panzer Division, the Aufklärung Abteilung 26. That was a unit enough interesting, enough strong, enough elite, pretty elite. They have half trucks, armored half trucks. They have the armored car. They were supported by Panzer IV. So it was a very strong unit. And so we can say the German paratroopers, some German paratroopers, and the presence of the 26th Panzer Division. There were good infantry, good German infantry, and some Panzer IV, the front Panzer, the Smolensk, and everything. On the New Zealand side, advantage. Allora, the New Zealand was the second New Zealand division was a very good division. It was an infantry division in the desert, but when they came in Italy, they became quite an armored division, because one of the three regiments, the three brigades, because in Commonwealth the regiments are named brigade, no? But so one of the three, we can say, regiment becomes an armored regiment. So the New Zealand division has 2 regiments of infantry and 160 Sherman's 3 deployed in Orsogna. 160 is a lot. It's more than a Panzer division. And no Sherman. Sherman, it was in that moment a quite good. We cannot say the best tank, but one of the best.
Oh, it's a good
in
tank.
1943.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. But then, if you have 160, they are a lot. So,
Oh, yeah.
so they have it was an armored division, in all the point of views, and so. But the problem is that in Orsogna, in this very difficult muddy terrain, using the FD is very difficult. Was very difficult. And in fact, they try to use a lot of the Shermans here, because we have scenario with 20 Shermans that act in a wave. They try to use to make some breakthrough with a lot of tanks, but they didn't succeed, because the terrain is, for example, they tried a couple of times going on this road in the center. From the middle of this picture, you see, they try to arrive to the back of Orsogna, no? But as you see before, from their right, from the left of this picture, a lot of anti-tank gun concealed or hidden fire to the side of the Shermans. So they lost a lot of Shermans, because they cannot see this tank. They were very well camouflaged. Okay, so then the Germans are very are very good, are talent tools, to give camouflage to the things, so to the weapons, so okay. So fundamental, basically, the the strength of the New Zealanders was that they were a very big division, but and also that they were for sure also good soldiers, because in the desert they were they make very brave actions, and they were very good. So I think they had this Maori battalion that has been very effective in the desert. So they were good soldiers, and but it wasn't enough, and the modules represent all these difficulties they had, and how much a difficult terrain made slow some potentialities of an army, like the New Zealander was good. Okay.
Is there anything specific special rules that's unique to this
Yeah.
game?
Yeah, we like to make some such special rules, some new innovative special rules. In this case, one I want to mention exactly for the purpose of representing, this uh, capacity of the German army to conceal and hide the uh, the guns, the ordnance, the anti-tank guns mostly. We put a rules for which, if you have a hidden gun in hidden hidden initial placed gun, this heap status is not lost, sorry, if you make a small number with the colored die, and you don't fire again the ordnance itself. Cioè, because normally if you make a small one or a two on the colored die, you take rate of fire, no?
Yeah.
But you may choose not to fire again and maintain the hidden status. That is because many times there is a lot of stories told for that. The Germans didn't fire a lot of shots just to not be seen,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, and often this kind of things is for both sides anyway, not only for the Germans. But the Germans, since they are defending, they have more 80 guns than the New Zealanders, obviously, employed. Even because the New Zealanders had a lot of problems to bring guns or I don't know, heavy things, heavy weapons on the road where the battle was fought. They prefer to leave the space of in the supply roads to the Shermans. So they want to bring as many Sherman as they can before to bring their 80 gun. Okay, so there is no or very few 80 gun in all the module for the New Zealanders, and instead for the Germans there are a lot. So okay, this is one of the special rules, and it was enough appreciated by the testers. And what else? Vabbè, and other things. I don't know. Now I don't remember in this moment. For example, aspetta, which is just a moment. A moment. No, well, I don't know what to mention. Vabbè, there are special use for the German paratroopers. So also a new chain of replacing and battle hardening. New counters also for the Fallschirmjäger. We put the 658 for the Fallschirmjägers, for the German paratroopers.
Oh wow.
658, the reason is, yeah, but the reason is because if there is a 658 for the SS and the reason is because they have two machine gun teams inside the
Two light machine
squad.
guns, yeah.
So it is worth, yes, it is also for the fact for the German paratroopers in that period, not in all the war, only in that period after the reorganization, the the birth of the two paratroopers division, and they had two machine guns for squad. So obviously this battle is in December. The reorganization was in July, so 6 months before. But we think that some squad still that there was still some squad with the two machine guns team. So 658 is deserved. Ah, yes, vabbè, no, little things. For example, we introduced the falling debris, cioè that is like the falling rubble, but
Yeah.
less heavy like the rubble. Cioè in some cases, when the falling rubble is possible, it may be, cioè, for example, with the 6, it is a falling rubble, with the 5 on the colored die is a falling debris. So debris is created. The other things that is a bit, insomma, it is a bit strange is cioè, even if we don't use so much in this, even in the playtest. Anyway, that the snapshot is possible, cioè, even if in the entered exit X, the building and the woods in the entering or entered or exited X is crossed by the line of fire. Cioè something like current, if you are exiting from a rubble, you can be snapshotted, because with the time of the rubble in the compute of the shot or the fire.
So it'll be harder to
or the
skulk.
fire- or
It's
the-
harder to get away.
Esatto. We try to make a bit harder to score.
Yeah.
And other things, for example, we introduced a rule specifically for the village that is full of row houses. So when you try to advance in row houses in advanced phase, you in some cases, if the row house is defended by an unpinned, unbroken, good order squad equivalent, something like the 45 building, you may, first of all, you have to make a task check to maintain the concealment. This not at night, in a daytime scenario. Cioè you have to roll a task check to maintain the concealment, or you may enter renouncing to the concealment. But if you make the task check, if you fail the task check, you may not enter. You are pinned outside the X where you wish to enter. Okay?
Almost like advancing against an AFE. Yeah.
These rules was made because I played Fortress Casino some years ago, and one of I think the negative aspect of Fortress Casino was that it was a bit monotonous. You create a very big, for example, and powerful stacks. I remember that I played with the Allied, and I have the Gurkhas. So I create a stack with 2, 6, 4, 8 Gurkhas, and a 9-2 leader that I was lucky to have. And with this big stack, I go toward the poor 248 or 548 German paratroopers that stay in the building. I make some detection to leave the concealment and enter with I don't know, for example, with the supporting half squads, and then I enter with the big stack concealed -4 in ambush, then end to end, capito, with a -1. It was a massacre of Germans, no? And I want to avoid these strange things. I think that if you try to enter in ancient Italian village, you try to enter in a house in this in that kind of village. It's very difficult because the medieval building house in village have a very little and few windows and doors, so you may not enter so easily inside the building. Okay, it is a very easily defended. Okay, so I think that you something has been made for that probably.
So,
Okay.
do you have a favorite scenario in it? And if you do, what's so special about it?
Like was a scenario, but there is one that also some playtesters say me that it is especially good. It is a night scenario, so I know that not all the people like the night scenario, but it's very fun. And it is a scenario of the that represents the counter attack of the German paratroopers with the Flampanzer.
Oh yeah.
And it is very nice because it's a very big melee, but with a lot because you have to come closer with the Flampanzer now and fire the Flamthrower, and also so you have to create the condition to for which it could be made. The also New Zealand has problems to understand because cioè, it is a melee, but the Germans may choose two, three directions of the for their attack. So it's not completely scripted. Cioè, you have to interact, understand, insomma. And also New Zealanders have to, as all the defenders, not because the attacker choose the location, not the defender have to maintain the line, and also, vabbè, these kind of things. Then you have to imagine the mud, so everything is raw, and the tanks may obviously bog a lot, and that is the reality. They bog. If they don't stay on the road, they bog a lot, and so it is funny, cioè, because you have the insomma, it's very interesting. One of my protests, not an Italian one, it's I don't know if it was it was a joke, but he said me that is one of the three scenarios more fun that he ever played, and he is a player that play a lot of scenarios. So it's not he's an experienced player. Okay, so
Excellent. Well,
yeah,
I have stolen over an hour of your time. Do you want to? Is there anything else you want to add in before we wrap up?
no. I just hope that you, cioè, that the players will appreciate our work. That is my only things I wish to say because I don't know. We make kind of thing passion with. We try to make something that is nice, that is a good experience, and we hope that we reach this target. I don't know. We hope that the results will be good, and nothing else. No, I don't know. Just a couple of words on the future products. The future will be Hungary. Hungary, it will be a very big map as always.
Is this for
Something
Budapest?
not Hungary means the Battle of Zamoli, that
Okay.
is well represented by Norbert Zamweber. It is the book, the reference book.
Ah, the sword behind
The
the shield.
Sword Beyond the Shield. It is a very nice book. But this is Norbert Zamweber, is an historian, a Hungarian historian, very good. And the action is taken from one chapter of this book. It is one of the attempts of the Germans to take to break the encirclement of Budapest, and it was near the Lake Balaton. This battle in January 1945. It is something similar to Prokhorovka because even cioè, we are in the winter, there is ground snow, even if we don't like so much to make a white board. Probably we make something different from
Yeah.
the other mix of representing. And no, it's like probably the difference. The attack is made by the Germans, obviously, but there is a counter-attacks by the Russian, the Soviets, and obviously there is vehicles and weapons of the 1945. The Germans had a lot of weapons there. Tiger, King Tiger, Panther, Panzer IV, Sturmgeschütz, Panzer IV 70, cioè so dei Alda Panzer L70, Etzer, Lux, Aufklärung Panzer 38. Afghan Panzer 38, the Panzer 38 with the turret of the SD Café, the 222,
Ah, yeah,
200,
yeah,
you know, with the 20L. A lot, Puma, cioè so the 234 series of memory car. A lot of SPW. Insomma, we can say very very funny, cioè a very big variety of vehicles, and from the Soviets also has the C-3485, the Su 122, ISU 222, 152. Then they have, and then the counterattack is given with the very big 80 Sherman 76 from the with a 30 Su 100
Wow.
supported by.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
is
it's
a
like
very big.
Prokhorovka. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's interesting. Yes, there are also always the trenches held by Soviet airborne units. So like Prokhorovka, even in Prokhorovka there were Soviet airborne units, and this is it's interesting because a lot of also anti-tanks like 45 LL in game terms, 76, not so incredible, powerful 80 tank, but a lot obviously concealed in anti-tank areas made by the Soviets. And if with the Panther you are taken on the side, even those kind of guns
Oh, yeah.
are very, very a problem, as a very big problem. So yes, it would be interesting. I think we take both something like 40 high recon pistols of that period, so we know the battle.
Battlefield.
The battlefield completely, trench for trench. We know everything, so we will draw everything, and so it is completely
Historical.
Historical. Yes. And here we hope also to enlarge our team, to have some. In Orsogna there is one scenario made by Enrico Calanzaro, so not by me. And I hope that in Hungary we will have, maybe it's maybe a little early to be said, but very probably we will have also some American designer that will make some scenario. And I'm very proud of this. If because I like not to be the only man in advancing fire. This is my target. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is connected with the things that we said at the beginning. I want not to be the only man. I want to create a team, but the team is created by the passion. I need the people that say, okay, I want to make with Trip, with this project, and make these things with this in-depth research and everything. No, that is very important. And let's see. Okay, that is
Wonderful.
all.
It sounds good, like this one, and we're all looking forward to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. Well, Sebi, thank you so much. It is a pleasure meeting you, pleasure talking with you, and I'm sure this won't be our last time.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for you too, and let's see. We hope to have good times,
Thanks so much
Excellent.
for
good
watching.
experience.
Hope you enjoyed
Yeah.
that.
Excellent.
And remember, you
Okay.
can order
Good night.
Orsogna and all
Thank
other
you.
fine
Thanks.
ASL products at Ritterkrieg.com.